G'day, you fucking platypuses. You've probably noticed that we've actually stuffed up our counting. It's because it's meant to go 25, 26, 27, 28. I thought it was 25, 27, 28, 26. We fucked that up. Basically, our episode 26, which was like a big catch-up pod after a pretty stressful exams period, basically was way too big. So we've had to split it into two parts. So you'll probably be confused, but for example, if this is 26 part 2, it's just going to jump straight into it. And if it's 26 part 1, it'll just be a normal intro to the pod. But yep, so don't freak out. They're going to be uploaded after episode 27 and 28. So it might seem a little weird, but it's just because we compressed them and they were still too big. And we don't want to compress them too much because then the audio quality, if it is possible, will somehow be shit.
We don't want to compromise the audio quality. We strive on being one of the best quality podcasts out there, so we don't want to compromise that for you. We know that's why you listen.
Yeah, exactly.
Why you tune in every fortnight to bi-monthly.
I feel like iTunes would censor us if our audio quality got any shitter than it already is. Yep. So we're just going to leave it for now, and we'll upload it in two parts. Hopefully within the next 24 hours of when we're recording this intro, which is Monday the 21st of November. So anyway, see you fucks. Hope it all works out.
Get straight back into it.
Let's go.
Next one, Captain Fantastic.
Cool. Finally a film I've properly seen, apart from
JJ hasn't seen this, but I saw this, I think, first day. Sent a message and be like, it's probably one of the best films I've seen this year or ever. I fucking loved it. And then Corey's like, cool, I'll see it. And then, a day later, he just makes a status on Facebook as if he's the only one.
Oh, shut up!
Didn't give me credit, but it's all good. I'll forgive it because I wanted to see it at the Melbourne International Film Festival like a month and a half ago. And then Corey's like, no, I don't really want to see it. Let's just say.
So let's just say, flat out. So I recommended this film to Ben because he was like refusing to see it. Flat out, probably the best movie I've seen all year. Flat out, I reckon it's going to be my number one in the top 10. I'll be very surprised if something beats this.
Rogue One.
I would be surprised, man. Like this.
The thing is, it's very hard for me to make my. I know what you mean. Like I'd be up there. It's very hard for me to make my top 10 at the moment because there are films. It's pretty shit year for films, but the films I've enjoyed, I've fucking like. The few ones I've just fucking loved. Some of the favourite films I've really ever seen. Just
with this film, the political message and the story is so interesting, and it's so different, and it's so funny, and emotional at the same time. I don't really want to spoil what happens.
Very much like David Brent in that way, where there's just very tonally, you laugh one bit. I cried in it 2 times.
Yeah, I remember at one point at the end, there's a scene where they break into song, and it sounds weird, but it works.
It's beautiful.
It's one of the best scenes I've ever seen. And I turned over to my girlfriend at the time, and she was just fucking bawling.
Really?
And Viggo Mortensen, who's my favourite actor ever.
The performance by the kids as well was fucking great.
Yes, the oldest boy, who looks familiar, but I don't know what he's from. Is fantastic and has everyone has a really interesting
But the thing is, what made it better is you could buy into this happening. They're really real characters because society nowadays is pretty fucked. You can understand people did that. I wouldn't blame them.
And the critique of the world, it's so real and interesting. It's just a really compelling movie. You just don't look away the whole time. I can't fault it.
It was every scene. Pacing was great.
Every scene is not wasted. And every scene is great.
Very uncomfortable as well at times. Just
definitely.
made you feel a very mixed range of emotions the whole movie. But Viggo Mortensen was fantastic in it. I'd want him to get some nominations for awards, but I highly doubt it because it is a very, very small film.
And also, the politics would probably disagree with the people that do the nominations.
True.
It's just see it, buy it on Blu-ray, support it.
That's what's triggered me more because it's such a small film. I've looked up and I think it's only coming out on DVD in Australia, which is
buy the DVD.
Really quite angered me. I'll buy it. But
buy the DVD. It's just I loved it. I would give it a. I can't think.
I don't have a fault. I'm going to give it a 10.
I'm going to give it a 10 as well. I reckon this will be my favourite. I'm going to predict this will be my top.
It'll be in my top 5 for sure.
This will be my 1 or 2nd.
It'll be in my top 5 probably.
Depends on Hacksaw Ridge and the other Oscar films that are coming out.
For me, it depends. I've obviously seen Hacksaw. For me, it probably depends on realistically Rogue One, Moana, and even Arrival, which I've heard is fucking great. Which is the So like them, I think Assassin's Creed's now went back from December to like 1st of Jan. So that's a bit,
really?
Yeah,
because of Rogue One.
I'd imagine. Well, Rogue One comes out the 17th, but I'd imagine it'll be most likely because of Rogue One.
Rogue One comes out
It'll still be going. Yeah, it'll still be going fucking huge the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
So I imagine that it's not really like the dumping grounds. They classify America classified Jan as the dumping grounds.
I thought Feb.
No, it's Feb. I'd say it's Feb here because
We get the Oscars.
We get the Oscars. Like we get like for instance, Wolf of Wall Street came out mid-Jan, which is like start of December. So like our dumping grounds like mid-Feb.
Yeah.
Because they're all the shit films, which is like why we were all surprised about Deadpool being good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so
it came out Feb because Fox didn't think it'd be good.
Yeah,
I think
Same with Kingsman. Kingsman came out Feb as well.
Kingsman, that was out for 3 months.
Yeah, that was.
I saw that like in May.
Yeah, that was
like.
Yeah,
that did really well.
Yeah, so like that's what mine depends on. But I'm like, every time I have I've literally got a film of my list of my favorite films, and they always fucking swap around, just like add in films or like I think this one's got better replay value or something. So I
should probably see Kubo before we do our top 10 at the end of the year.
Yeah, Kubo was very good.
Pete's Dragon.
Didn't see it. We're running out of time. We'll probably rush through these reviews because Ben's got to go to work.
I enjoyed it.
We got an hour.
We got a while. I enjoyed Pete's Dragon. It was your generic.
We're already at an hour.
Yeah,
we may as well just go for another one.
Pete's Dragon. It was actually really enjoyable. Like it was just performances were fine, but it was just a really feel good movie.
Yeah.
I mean the CGI it didn't look that great in the trailer, but like the film, it was more like he was a dog. Like I've seen the old one, and it's like he's not really a dragon. Like he can fly and fucking breathe fire, but like, and he's the kind of thing that'll roll over. The kid was actually really good. The cast, Bryce Dallas Howard was fine. Robert
Did she wear
heels
really the whole film?
No.
I
mean, I'd probably watch it again. Like to be honest, it was enjoyable. I'd give it like a 7.
Okay.
It was just your generic. I mean, it was very by the books.
I'm intrigued by that because I heard it was quite awful. So
yeah.
So I want to
reviews. I mean, I've seen a heap of mixed reviews, but that's generally for a lot of things. But
didn't do that well.
Did okay. Yeah. I think there wasn't much marketing for it.
No, didn't hear much about it at all,
which is surprising. Cafe Society.
I saw this.
I watched like half of it.
You hated it.
No, I watched half of it and then I just stopped watching.
You hated it.
No, it's a film that you sort of.
It was very pleasant from what I was.
It's really pleasant. It's just you need to relax and just chill and let it go past you.
I really like the performances in it. I'm not going to give it a rating just because I don't know what it ends up.
I'll talk about it then if you stop interrupting me.
Yeah.
It's it's typical Woody Allen. Like it's typical socialites class. Classic 1930s Hollywood. Jesse Eisenberg is perfect in terms of the casting for this. Steve Carell is great. He feels...
Who?
Steve Carell. Shut up.
Steve Carell.
Steve Christmas Carell. Feels real. Like, he feels like he's not like a generic sort of douche villain. Even in The Way Back, which I loved, he still didn't feel like a real person in terms of being like a dick. In this, he's just like... you really sympathise with him, even though he's sort of the villain-ish of the story, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't even call him the villain. But yeah, it's a really interesting story. Kristen Stewart is really good. I didn't expect her to be.
See, she's been really good. In the last
cast really
year or so.
well.
Like she's taken back from all the shitty blockbusters she's done, and she's done a lot of small films, which she's been really good in.
The story is kind of generic, but it works because it's like a classic sort of Hollywood romance.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth seeing. There's a lot of critique of like class and. Corey Stoll plays like a side character in it, but he just pops up, and every time he pops up, it's really quite funny. He's basically just a gangster, and every time they have an issue, he's like, "I'll deal with it," and they're like, "No," and then the next one is be him killing the guy, and then it's like, "Damn it, stop!" So I'd give it like probably 7.5. Okay. I quite enjoyed it. I thought it went on.
See it again though.
I think I would.
Okay.
Maybe.
Because it looks like from watching half of it, like it looks like I'd enjoy it, but never.
But not all movies need repeat viewings. I mean, I probably wouldn't watch Braveheart again.
I fucking watch that like at least once a year. It's like
really?
Shawshank Redemption. Like I know, and like Clockwork Orange. I know so many people who would never watch it again, but I like just
Really?
It's
Yeah.
the
Die
only
Hard for me.
critique I'd have if
Every
you can.
Christmas Eve, Die Hard.
Die Hard's one of those films that
Yeah.
replay that like you can watch that like
I
whereas
watch
like
Predator once a year.
no one
That's
doesn't
good, yeah.
no one can watch Die Hard and not watch it again, but like Braveheart and like Saving Private Ryan, Shawshank. A lot of people I know just watch that.
Yeah,
one.
Three-
I've seen them all once, and that's it.
Three
I've
fucking
got them on
hours.
Blu-rays.
Yeah, that's the reason. Was it
Yeah, but
3
you
hours?
watch fucking Lord of the Rings. Like
Yeah, but that's because Lord of the Rings is the best movie ever made, so I probably should give it
Lord of
some
the Rings,
time.
the trilogy, or Lord of the Rings, the film.
The trilogy is a single film.
Oh, okay.
Because it is
Yeah.
a single film.
Okay.
Shut up.
The
Okay.
only thing I'd say about Cafe Society is that the ending is really random. It's really abrupt. You don't think it's going to end, and then it just ends, and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, that's probably a somewhat good thing to.
Once when you think about it, it's good. But yeah, if you finish it, you'll notice the ending seems really
Did
random.
anyone see Bridget Jones's Baby?
I did.
So
Didn't see like Captain Fantastic and stuff.
I did.
It's on Bridget Jones.
Really
I'm proud to
enjoyed it.
say that I have a girlfriend and I still haven't watched Bridget Jones. Whereas I know that you've had a girlfriend and now you fucking are like, you've watched the entire trilogy already.
No, I've only seen the first and the third.
Okay.
Apparently the second one's quite awful. Third one is actually quite enjoyable. It's just like, it's not...
I'll probably never watch it.
Because it's just like, ha 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 ha.
Well, you're having
ha.
a baby.
Like,
Is that the entire film?
yeah, like, just nice...
Just an hour and a half.
Friendly.
Like,
Like, nice...
That's the entire film.
It's just nice, friendly, like, mum humour, but not like, oh, we're mums, we have it so hard, like bad mums.
Oh, okay.
It's like actually humorous.
Yeah,
Was
I've
there
never
lots
seen
of
that.
giggling, annoying, like polite giggling in the cinema? I imagine there's lots like.
No, like raucous laughter.
Okay.
Like bellowing.
Emma Thompson looks like she's quite good in it.
Yeah, she
Um,
is. She's very good. She's only in it for like such a small amount of time.
Did you like the ending?
I mean, I wasn't really in. No, the ending. There's like literally like the
literally.
yeah. So the last shot or one of the last ones, she's walking out of like the church because she's just got married and everyone. It's like finally she's married. She's got a baby, and like the wind blows her veil off, and it's in slow motion. And because like Renee Zellweger is so pumped up, full of Botox, her face is like this. She's like. Like it's hard to
She
convey.
looks like one of that zombie in World War Z that keeps banging its head on the glass.
And like it's in slow motion, which makes it even worse. And like her chuckle is like lengthened out as well. It's like.
I've seen the ending a lot, and that's just exactly what it is. It's just like, like it's just like the weirdest fucking show. It's so cringe. I don't know why they left
it's
that. In
so
the final
awful.
shot.
But like, it's,
Oh fuck!
it's,
What'd you give it?
probably like a 6.5.
Okay.
How is Renee Zellweger in terms of her performance?
Her performance is quite good. The writing's quite good.
Okay.
There's just a lot of like, it's very like My Big Fat Greek Wedding, like
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
that. Like your mum would love it, you know.
Yeah, I think my mum did love it. She
Yeah.
said it was the best of the trilogy.
Yeah, but then again, your mum loved The Dressmaker.
She
so-
did. Yeah, but lots of people love The Dressmaker.
Yeah, but like it's
Australia's made lots of Australia's made lots of mistakes, man.
it's alright. Red Dog 2, the blue one.
Yeah, boy.
Red Dog True Blue, the prequel that everyone. What happened?
What else is? Alright, what's next? Deepwater Horizon.
I really
Really
not see
fucking
this.
liked this movie.
I really liked it. It's weird that it could
Love
be
Marky
so.
Mark. It was so compelling, yeah. Like it was.
And the villain as like the oil. You don't really think
what-
about the Force. It's just such a fucking.
You don't think
terrifying
about you don't think about how
force
fucking, but
in
like
this
that
film.
bit where it blows, like the first bit where it fucking blows, like it literally.
And they
you're
try
like,
to
holy
get.
fuck!
They
Like,
try to get close to it, and the sheer force of the oil coming up has like its own like they
Yeah.
try and get within like a meter, and it just gets blown back from the oil like coming up through the fucking. It's shot awesomely, like Peter Berg.
from the director of Lone Survivor, which you enjoyed, but you then after you think about it, you don't.
I realize it's not very good at all.
But
No,
this film, like after I think about it, I enjoy it more.
I really liked it. My only critique
The
would
whole
be that,
cast was fantastic.
my only critique would be that Marky Mark is a bit too much like the hero. It doesn't seem that realistic. Like they're gonna go. It's like, no.
I read up online that like it's completely.
Oh really? Because like
Like,
there's
yeah,
lots of like,
that's
hey,
exactly what
I'm
it
not getting off here until everyone gets off.
Yeah, it's
Hey.
exactly what he did. Like, yeah, that's
And
what's
now,
amazing.
so they've got Lone Survivor. Deepwater Horizon, and now there was a trailer we didn't
Well,
talk
what
about
did he
it,
do?
for Patriots Day, which is going to
Yeah,
complete
boy.
the Peter Berg Marky Mark trilogy, which just looks great. I don't even remember.
I'll probably enjoy it though, to be honest. Patriots
do you
Day,
know,
like it
do
looks
you know the
very
story
interesting.
behind like what
Patriots
happened,
Day.
how they found
No,
the bombers?
I didn't.
So what it was is like the bombing happened, and the FBI and the CIA were all like, we're going to use these like incredibly like sophisticated techniques, like we're going to analyze the metadata from the day and like see who made calls and all that. And the Boston PD literally went through for 3 days just all the security footage of the race from every single camera that looked at the race and that angle, and they're like, oh, we found him.
It'll
Like,
be.
they
I'm
went through
actually
3 days. Like that in itself wouldn't make for an interesting movie, but that is an incredible story. Like the
Yeah.
FBI's like, no, we got it. Like,
See, I think
you know,
it
we
would
use
make for an
technology.
interesting movie
Yeah.
because I didn't think a BP oil disaster would make an interesting movie
No.
at all, and it was fairly like it was
The
more
BP,
intriguing.
the
than fucking
BP
Snowden,
characters
which-
are a bit villainous. Like they're a bit
Alan-
unrealistic.
what's his name?
John Malkovich.
John Malkovich. Yeah. Why did I say?
And Buddy Garrity from
Oh.
Peter Berg giving Buddy Garrity work after Friday Night Lights. I don't know the actor's name, but he's Buddy Garrity in it.
I mean, I'll probably enjoy Patriots Day, to be honest. Like it'll.
I haven't seen the. I don't remember the trailer, but all I imagine is like Michael, like, just be safe today, honey. Babe, I'm 1 day away from retirement. What's gonna happen?
It's like Lethal Weapon all over.
Yeah, he's
again.
like walking around. He's like, "Hey guys, how you doing? You doing good? What's that bomb for? Oh no! I gotta protect everyone."
What I really liked about the film as well, like the sound, like it fucking felt really loud in my cinema.
Yeah, it is fucking loud, isn't it?
And like the CGI is actually fairly.
And
well
rumours
done.
are Mark Wahlberg could be up for an Oscar nom after this.
For that, really?
Really?
There is a scene at the end.
Oh yeah,
where
the scene's fucking.
He like breaks down, and it is it's fucking
It's
hard to
depressing
watch,
as well,
man.
yeah.
It's a really hard to watch film. It's depressing.
See, I think Mark Wahlberg still should have like won the Oscar for fucking Departed.
Yeah,
For
really,
supporting,
not
for
really.
supporting,
He just
for
like
supporting. It was
swears
fucking
at
great
everyone.
in it. It was fucking great.
Aside from fucking your father, it's just like
It was fucking great in it. Should have won it.
He just swears at everyone with a Boston accent.
what
That's
would
what he
you
does.
do?
It's what he does in life.
What would
He's
you
playing
do?
himself.
Apparently, he's the nicest human.
Probably.
Oh, he looks it.
Yeah,
I would give it like an 8.5.
Yeah, I'd give it an 8.5
Really
as well. Like,
yeah,
not
I
quite
really
a
want to
9.
see it.
but I'd like it would probably be up there in like top 10 or honorable mentions for me.
Yeah,
because
it's,
it's really like I'd watch that again and
Yeah,
tell
it's
everyone about it.
just the oil. Like you need to see it's just shot well. Just like the oil, it's just fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, no, like yeah.
And then you forget that oil is flammable, and
And,
like
like,
you
it-
get reminded that
what I
it's very
love-
much flammable, and you're like, oh.
What I loved
oh,
as well
shit.
is it shows like because it's all pretty much like I read up online after I saw the movie because I was really intrigued. Like it's all pretty much true what happened. Like it's
Yeah.
fucked up. Like
Well, you look at
because
images of the
BP are like oh no, let's not do that test because it's going to save us this much money.
Mm-hmm.
And if you did that test, they'd be like fuck everyone off here.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they'd probably save a lot more money in the long run after it happened.
And
but-
it's just. An oil rig is such a depressing environment.
Oh yeah, you're fucking in the middle of the ocean.
All the scenes that I've seen, it's just like, fuck this.
All
You're
the-
just in the middle of a fucking like.
All the
huge-
colours just look like, oh, this would just be the worst fucking job. I think they get paid pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they would, yeah, because the
Fine,
dangers
wow.
are involved and
Yeah, and it just
Yeah,
looks
they
like
fucking
you just
paid
want to
incredibly
like
well.
fucking leave as soon as you get on there. It's like this
Yeah.
is just nothing interesting is happening.
oh, for sure. What's next? Inferno.
Okay,
Didn't
so
see this.
I saw this opening night.
Fucking did not like it because I thorough like I mean
You thoroughly enjoyed
Angels
the
and
first two.
Demons and
The
Da Vinci Code. Like I enjoyed. I love watching these like similar to Sherlock. I love watching these films where these people are just incredibly smart and they can just figure shit out. Whereas this film, like what happens is he's woken up in a hospital. And he can't remember anything.
Yeah,
And
it
it just takes away that whole factor of him being smart because he's
that's
trying
in
to
the
figure
book.
it out.
That's in the book.
I know it's in the book, but like it's just they needed to make it a lot more intriguing. It was so like predictable as well for me.
I went into this film expecting a stupid action movie, which like the first two, which is like a stupid enjoyable popcorn movie, and that's kind of what I got. So I can't really get that angry at it. Like I thought it was
Pacing was shocking
an interesting
for me.
sort of storyline. I kind of didn't like that there was a lack of connection to history more in this one, whereas the other two, like they reference Dante a bit, but there's not that much. It's more like a modern sort of situation, and I
Yeah.
wish they went back and
See, I
did
felt
more
like the editing and pacing were just shocking.
I didn't really. No, I thought it was okay. To be honest, I thought it was interesting enough. the story was interesting enough. The acting is not very good at all. Tom Hanks and Felicity Jones are good, but apart from that,
well, Ben Foster was okay.
he's barely in it really.
He's barely. In it.
There's a twist. There's a twist in it which I actually
about.
didn't call. Did you call the twist?
I called that twist. That's
really.
What I mean about
but there's no clues to it, which is not a very good twist.
There was so many clues.
Really?
Yeah. Like the suit in it. Shit like that. Like you can just pick up on it.
But that's not really a clue.
Oh, you pick up on it pretty quickly.
I don't buy that you called the twist. I don't believe.
Okay, you cannot buy it.
Okay, I just don't.
What would you give it?
I'd give it like a 6.5. If you're expecting, in terms of like a film, it's like a 4. But if you know what you're in for, it's like a 6.5. It's
I was about to say I'll give it a 4 because like I knew what I was in for in terms of
it's like Fast and Furious. Like you just kind of.
Sounds like Fast.
I don't really like them at all. Like it's just a stupid movie, and it's just that the acting was really shit. I thought, and also someone pointed out, which is really point. Robert Langdon is just the most boring protagonist.
Yeah,
he's the most boring human. Like what is he, a cryptologist?
Jack Reacher 2.
I saw this.
Did not see this.
Okay.
I thought it was okay. It was
I actually really
seems
like
to be getting really bad reviews, but I thought it was fine.
Yeah. I really liked the first one. It's just this one I didn't really get much of the action in the first one. It was quite like the first one was actually really good. Acting in this one was so par. Like
Kobe Smulders was great. I thought Tom Cruise was fine. He carries the action role really well.
There is a performance Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise just performs just does his job.
I don't want to critique the daughter too much.
Not his daughter, sorry.
Maybe his daughter, maybe not his daughter. I don't want to critique it. I think she's okay, and I hope she gets more work.
There's some scenes where
there's the writing of her character and the dialogue, and is just shit. Yeah. And there's character choices she makes which are so stupid, which you just don't buy at all.
I didn't like the villain wasn't that great, but
no,
it was more like a road trip to me. I was going in expecting a fucking awesome action,
it's really
history
small.
thriller.
It's a really small film.
Yeah, I'd probably give it like a 6. I thought it was. Probably
when the action is happening, it's enjoyable. I just don't like how many cuts there are. I wish they could just leave it on a single shot. Because I watched John Wick before this, where they just leave the camera and don't fucking cut away and just show it. Whereas this one, they kept cutting, and I found it really frustrating.
Yeah, I'd give it a 5.5.
There was a bit at the end
it was okay.
where the way he defeats the villain. Spoilers. It's fucking gruesome. It's awesome.
What does he do?
Well, he sort of says before when they're on the phone, he's like, I'm going to break your legs, I'm going to break your arms, and I'm going to break your neck. And you're like, well, that's kind of a cringe thing to say. And then he really
does it.
And then he does it. And you're like, oh, you
really weren't joking.
You weren't joking at all, right? You just fucking did it. And then he does it, and you're like, oh, he's not going to do it. And then he just does it. And you're like, fuck. That's so.
Have you seen the first one?
No, I've heard
the first one's really
Girl
good.
from Gone Girl is not very good in it though.
Which girl?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Rosamund
Pike.
Rosamund Pike, yeah.
Wait, is she in this one too?
No, I didn't mind this film. I thought Kobe Smulders was great. I'd give it like a. I'm gonna say a 6.5 again.
Okay, fair enough. Only a couple more to go. Masterminds, I think JJ actually really, really liked this film, which is surprising.
So wait, did you see it?
I walked out, to be honest.
Did you see it?
You walked out.
I walked out of the film.
Oh, I loved it.
I was with a mate. Like he used his vouchers, and I'm like, I had somewhere to be, sort of thing. Anyway, but like, I could have stayed for the whole film. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, it was just.
What the fuck? No, I loved it.
I know you know. Like, I can see like there were some bits which were really funny, but then there was just like a lot of the film was just like so cringe to me. And like reading up on the story, it is interesting. Like it's actually quite a interesting story, and like the movie,
it was just so.
It was like okay. I didn't hate it or anything. It's just like it was just so cringe, and like I'd probably go back and watch it again. I'd probably go back to watch the ending and stuff.
It was quite.
I only missed the last 20 minutes.
There were bits that were quite hard to watch, but just because like Zach Galifianakis' character was so fucking awkward, like so painfully awkward, and like. Is it Kristen Wiig? Yeah, Kristen Wiig.
Yeah.
Her character is like honeypotting Zach Galifianakis' character, and like he's just so oblivious to it, and like the whole film is just so funny. Like, everything about it, just his mannerisms, the way he works, and there are pauses that every time will just stay that little bit too long, where it makes you uncomfortable.
How was Galifianakis in it?
Amazing.
Really?
Yeah. Like I
He wasn't
put
good, like,
Between
the
Two
performances were pretty
Pines.
decent.
Like
Really?
you watch Between Two Pines?
The place
Between Two Pines, the YouTube
between
series.
two ferns.
YouTube series.
Between two ferns. You fucking idiot.
Well, like we also picked up on that. I know you said it wrong. I
place
picked up
beyond
on
the,
it.
the
yeah.
place beyond the pine,
Which doesn't have Zach Galifianakis.
Not as funny.
Yeah, it was like that kind of level of humor. Like,
Okay,
it was
yeah,
hilarious.
so that really sort of like uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Okay, what would you rate it?
I give it like an 8.5.
Wow. What would you rate it?
I'm probably not going to give him a rating just because I'd probably see the end. But from what I've seen, I'd probably give it like a 5.
I feel like I'll have to see this now to work out
Yeah,
if it's
amazing.
amazing or not.
It's
Anyone seen Keeping Up with the Joneses?
No,
No, fuck that.
I've heard it's probably like the worst film of the year.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Looks
I've seen it.
Have you?
Yeah, I saw it last night because my mate offered me he's got vouchers for buying a car, and I was like, yeah, fucking like
For buying a car, that's a
He
weird
bought a
incentive.
car and he had to fill out a survey, and he got 20 vouchers. I'm like, okay, we'll go see it. They all he had 3 left.
Odd
and they expired,
incentive,
but
isn't it? Buy a car.
buy a
get couple of
$30,000 car and
yeah.
you'll get some movie vouchers. Yeah. Zach Galifianakis was great. Like, I felt like the performance was good, apart from Gal Gadot. She was just fucking annoying. I punch her in the face in his film. Like, I would legit just left, right, good night. It was just painful. Like, the story was shocking. The only thing that carried it were the performances for me. Like, you bought into their friendship, and you bought into Zach Galifianakis, because what he is, he's like the HR person at a place called MBI, and it's quite funny because he's the only one that allows internet access
Right.
at the thing without them monetizing it. So a lot of people go to his room and he's like, hey, can I check my fantasy baseball league, and hey, can I check my parents' Skype, and there's a bit in Skype where this Chinese woman's talking Chinese with their parents, and they're like, how come you can use internet access in this guy's room? Because she's like, he does fucking know, he does, his work's not important to anyone, so they don't monetize it. Things like that were kind of funny, and there were bits that actually were funny.
Do you mean monitor?
Not.
Do you mean they don't monitor it?
monetize?
No. Do you mean they don't monitor his work? Not.
Are you retarded?
Monitorize.
Let's continue
Are
anyway.
you?
He. Yeah, it was
I've
very,
interrupted his thoughts.
it was very cringy in a way. It wasn't. There were bits that funny, but not laugh out loud funny, and there were people laughing out loud in our cinema, but they were the 40-year-old women.
Yeah. How
There's
is
not much-
John Hamm?
He was actually really good. John Hamm, Zach Galifianakis, and Isla Fisher were really, really good. I didn't like Gal Gadot. I didn't buy in. It's very the villain's just. It's just.
The villain is
so stupid.
what's his name? Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is too, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, gross.
You don't like him?